Welcome to the Afterspin, opinions from thought leaders in our state. Bob Orr, the legislators are proposing to curtail health benefits to new state employees when they retire. Now, until a few years ago, as you well know, if you went to work for the state, worked 5 years, at age 60, your health insurance, your personal health insurance, was paid for the rest of your life. They changed that to the point where you had to work between 10 and 25 years and then only got a 50% contribution to your health insurance. After 25 years, you got the full thing. They got a $25 billion unfunded mandate or unfunded liability that they've incurred. So now the Senate says they want to do away with all retirement benefits for health insurance. I guess the question is, as somebody that's worked for the state, what legal and moral obligations do you think the state has in this? And should the state require those who are eligible at age 65 to enroll in Medicare?
Well, if you're a vested state employee, you're entitled contractually to the benefits that the state has promised you through your employment. Yes. And so to that extent, state employees in the pipeline are protected. Can the legislature change that for new employees coming in? Absolutely. Should they do away with health benefits? I think the leadership has to decide, what do we want to do to encourage quality people to come into state government and stay in state government to handle an ever-increasing complex system of governance. And to not have health insurance would be, for retirees or retiree benefits, are an important part. I mean, and we've had...
Well, there's always been kind of a quid pro quo in the public sector that maybe you weren't going to get paid quite the same amount of money that you would in the private sector, but the benefits, the retirement benefits particularly, were better in many instances than the private sector. Does this mean now that the legislature ought to go back and look at the total compensation issue?
I think that would be a great idea. I think they need to look at salary structures. We've had stagnant state employee salaries for 10 years now, almost. Yeah. And so we all know that health insurance is one of the major concerns, particularly after you retire. So I think it would be a good long-term decision to sit down, analyze the state structure. Maybe if the average state employee got paid as well as legislative employees, you could do a comparison.
And little Barb there. Well, thank you for watching the Afterspin. We'll have more video all during the week on ncspin.com.